Good morning. This time for meditation instruction, day 4 or day number 4. I think you passed by a very hard time yesterday, and today you feel better. I hope. I don't know. And today I'm going to continue my lecture about mind that I was talking yesterday. But before we go into that, I would like to talk the most important thing that disturbs you when you do your meditation. That's we call 5 hindrances. You know, 5 hindrances. Hindrance, that means to disturb you. Hindrance, H-I-N-D-R-E-N-C-E. Hindrance. It seems it's like difficulties or obstacles that's to to obstruct you, that you cannot reach the meditation state or concentration state. See that? That we call 5 hindrances, 5 things. So today, yes.
What's the word?
Hindrance.
Yes. Hindrance. Oh, hindrance. Okay.
Oh, maybe my accent is strange, huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. My assistant is very good man. The spelling is Hindrence. How you say?
Hindrance.
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 Oh, but to me it's hindrance.
Hindrance.
Oh, okay. Oh, hindrance, huh? Okay. Huh?
Like things that are in your way. Yeah.
Obstacle or obstruct you that you cannot go. Like you drive a car and then the tree falls down in front of you that you cannot go. You know that? That's a very clear example.
Yes.
So 5. What are these? Number one, sensual design. Sensual design. Can you get my accent? Sensual desires. 5 sensual desires. You know that? Desire. D-E-S-I-R-E. Desire. 5 sensual desire. That means you really really happy with materials. Like taste of food, you see, or you love beautiful picture, you love beautiful sky, something like that. You see that from your eyes, your ears. You love beautiful sound, and you love the soft bed sheets or your mat. You need very soft, but here it's very hard. You see that? That's 5 that's when get in touch with you. 5 senses, and then you have desire. You don't want to have that. You see that? So that's the problem. That means you want to change. You don't want to be with that the present situation. That's the problem. And 5 senses, 5 sensual desires will cause a lot of problem, even to the monk. Some monks have to go away from the monkhood because of 5 sensual desires. 5 sensual desires is conclude in sex, you know. In sex it has 5 perfect. But in your daily life, not in the same thing. But in sex, you have 5 all. Touching, seeing, smelling, tasting, that's all. 5 You see that? Insects. And that's by instinct. The man will think that lady is the best. And lady will think the man is the best. Why? That's by instinct. That's to persuade both sides to do your duty. What is your duty? Reproduction. You see that? But now, humans have more clever. You do the duty, you get only the reward, but you don't want to have reproduction. You know that what I mean? That you use condom, you use pills, you stop that. But by nature, they want you to reproduction. That's the real goal. The other thing just only what? The reward all the way. If you don't have reward, you don't want to do that duty. That's very hard work. You know that? You have 2 children, you know that. It's very hard work from the beginning until the end. That's the hard work of reproduction. How about sex or 5 sensual desire from eating at the dining hall? Did you see it? In food, have 5. What's that? The food that you take this morning. Smell, taste, touch, and everything in food. And when you put the food in your mouth, you cannot control it if you run by your instinct. But if you have more wise or more wisdom, you can control the food in your mouth. And then you will do the right thing with your eating. That means you chew until your food ready to swallow. But if you cannot control, you chew maybe 2 times, you swallow. See that? That means by instinct. You just want to eat. Eat for what? For survival. See that? That's instinct. Food, that's 5 sensual desires. All, you see that? And then, when you are here, you don't want to take the food like this, that means you have problem with sensual desires. That's the obstacle. And if you eat too much, you have problem again. You will feel the other hindrances will come. If you eat too much, what happens? You will feel sleepy. You see, the other hindrances, what's that? Ill will. You know ill will? Ill, I-L-L. W-I-L-L. Ill will. You know this word? Can you explain to her?
Yes.
Sick. Will. Yeah. Like you get angry with someone, that's ill will. Yeah. When you get angry, that's ill will also. In the same group of ill will. Ill will. Why? Because you get angry with the food at the canteen. Because you see that from sensual desire come up to your ill will also. Ill will. That means your mind is not quiet. Your mind have problem. See that? So I will explain very little today. And the third one is worry. You have some worry. Worry and restlessness. Worry and restlessness. That means you cannot sleep last night. You see, that's a problem.
Sorry.
Worry.
Sorry. The second one.
The second one, ill will. I-L-L, W-I-L-L. Mark, can you get it? If you can not understand my accent, you please let me know. Because my English accent is horrible. Do you know? Can you understand my accent? I try very hard, but my tongue is very lazy to do that. And sometimes I try, but cannot go. How about your tongue? It's okay?
Lazy.
Oh, lazy tongue. Sometimes I know some words that I should put S after that word, but sometimes my tongue stops. So I have to go back to home and put S in the toilet. You are laughing. You understand that? Yeah, in the toilet. Put S there. My God. Lazy tongue. And sometimes your tongue it cannot adapt with the new language if you practice at the old age. But it's young age, it's very, very easy. You see, there's some Thai boy that they grown up in USA, they speak like American. Like Bruno, because their tongue ready for the language. And now that's my tongue is settled down already. My tongue don't want to move anywhere. You know, settled down here in Thailand. Okay. So if you don't understand, but you can please let me know. I will try, because language only for communication. If you don't understand, that means my communication break down. That's not good. So worry and restlessness. So that's the obstacle that's to obstruct your meditation. So you have to rest enough. If you don't sleep all night, you cannot do your meditation. You'll be very sleepy. Maybe your brain very blur, blur that's not clear. Michael, Daniel. And then the fourth one, doubt. D-O-U-B-T, doubt. Is okay? You understand it? Doubt. I think I know the best, because my first English teacher come from America. He is American volunteer when I was in the secondary school. His name is Lee McKayla. Lee A. McKayla from USA. That he was taught me at the provincial school for 3 years, and he really emphasized on pronunciation. He don't care about grammar, because pronunciation, if you pronounce in the different way, the people cannot get you. Right, Mark? Yeah. That's very important. So I try hard. Okay? And then doubt. Why doubt? Doubt just means you are not sure this is right or wrong. Sometimes you don't believe about the enlightenment of the Lord Buddha. Maybe someone write some book. You see that you don't believe in him. That's doubt. Or doubt, that means you not sure. Like you stay on the way, that you have two ways to go. You don't know how to go to the left side or the right side. That you have problem with your meditation. You see that you cannot make decision. You stay at the middle, and then you don't know how to go to the left or to the right. That's because doubt. Because you don't know both, which one is right, you see. Or Mark, you fall in love with the twins. The twins. And then you don't know how to love the elder sister or younger sister. You see. That's you went very hard to make decision. That's in your mind not stable. Do you understand that, Mark? Or you have been that experience before? Oh. Okay. That's doubt. It's clear now? Doubt? Yeah. And then the last one is sloth and temper. Torpor. T-O-R-P-O-R. How to pronounce torpor? T-O-R.
T-O-R.
T-O-R-P-O-R. Torpor.
I don't know that word.
Oh, you don't know this word?
Maybe torture?
Am I spelling wrong?
No, you're right.
Huh?
You're correct. It's just not a common word.
Oh, maybe it's the special word, huh?
Yeah.
So must not know this word.
No.
Yeah.
I need to test my vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like making it. Lack of activity.
The accent is purple.
No energy.
Hmm?
This is what torpor looks like.
Yeah. That's here's what? Sloth and torpor. That mean very heaviness of body. That he shows. Very heavy. You don't have more energy to move. You see. And dullness. Dullness. Okay, dullness. Dullness of mind. That your mind dull. You feel dull. You know dullness? Dullness of mind, which drag one down. You see that? Into disabling. You know disabling? Into disabling. Inertia. You know inertia?
Energy?
No, inertia. I-N-E-R-T-I-A. Inertia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, inertia and thick depression. So this explanation can make you more clear about sloth and torpor. And here's explanation about sensory design. The particular type of wanting that seeks for happiness. You understand that? Through the five senses of one side. One is sight, sound, smell, taste, and physical feeling. That I have explained already, just I have to say again. What else? Ill will here is explained. Ill will. You listen and you follow me. You tell me that you understand or not. All kinds of thoughts. Ill will. All kinds of thoughts related to wanting to reject, feeling of hostility. Am I right? Hostility.
Yeah.
Hostility. Resentment. Hatred. And bitterness. Okay, bitterness. That's the explanation of ill will. What else? And then restlessness, that's war and worry, that's that inability to calm the mind. Inability to calm the mind.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Can you explain more about this? Because, like, when
About what?
I meditate, worry, like in here, when we are here, it's quite easy not to worry. But in daily life, when you have a lot of stress, this is what kills my meditation the most. And
yeah.
sometimes I cannot deal with it at all. Can you tell more how to deal with it?
My assistant, can you explain to him?
How to deal with worry?
Yeah.
Well, I wish I had a real good answer to that. I make my life. Well, meditation, like focusing on the breath, is one of the few moments during the day that I manage not to worry, simply because I have been training myself to think when I sit and appreciate, concentrate on breathing, is that when worries come up, I say, not now. It's my place, my refuge for worries, and it's something that I've acquired by training. It took me a lot of training to be able to sit down and say, not now. Since I practice 30 minutes a day, that means 30 minutes at least a day of not worrying. I have not very much
That's
more
very good. Okay, very good.
to tell. But it's these 30 minutes, and I think they have their influence around me. But I don't have much more to say than just not now, and that's really not something you can train.
Why you worry? Why you worry? Yeah. You see, why you worry? The worry of the people, this means your mind don't stay at the present.
Yeah.
Your mind will worry about the past. That's gone already. If you worry, you cannot change anything in the past. You see? And if you worry about the future, you can do only plan, and you plan now only. You cannot go to the future. Who can go to the future? Show your hand. Can you? You just stay here. Even next minute or next second you cannot go. You just only here all the time. When you think about future, you think now. You see that? You think about the future, you think now. You think about the past, you think now again. So everything is now. So why Dalai Lama said, many people, they don't know about their life at all. Because they think about the life in the past, they worry about the past, and they worry about the future. So they don't stay in the present at all. Because the real life is in the present. But you go to the past, go to the future. So empty for the present. So your life, that means you don't have life in your living. So why you worry? If you go to hell, how you can tell the God of the hell? You see that? You don't worry. You be here and now. So why I say to you the important word, only two words, here and now. In fact, here and now, only one word. Here and now. Even here, you cannot stop. Because here, that means you can see it. I think you know about Leo Tolstoy, who come from Russia. You from Russia? You know Leo Tolstoy. Who is he? Huh? The writer. You say that very little. You know, Leo Tolstoy is that very big person. He got the Nobel Prize. Leo Tolstoy. Not many people got Nobel Prize, you know that? You know Nobel Prize? Oh, yes. The world prize, world class prize. Yeah, Nobel. You know Nobel?
Nobel Prize for Literature.
You know Nobel Prize now? Oh, that's Leo Tolstoy got that. From his story that he writes. What is story? He said, the king want to know who is the most important. Number one. Number two, what the first thing that you are going to do? Can you answer that? Only two questions. Who is the most important? Number two, what is the first thing that you have to do? You see, only two questions. And then the story is going. And then at the end of the story, he got Nobel Prize. So that's very simple, but you don't know. But in the story, never tell the answer. Only tell the story, and then you have to find the answer by yourself. The story is going like this. The king want to know two questions, and then his servants cannot answer. And then one servant, the old servant, came to him and then, I know. Not me, but I know the man who can answer you. You see that? And the king really liked to know the answer. Who? And where is he? And he said, he is in the jungle. The hermit, you know hermit? You know hermit? Hermit not blow up. Hermit, that's the man who practice in the jungle. Hermit. And he said, hermit will not accept, will not receive, will not welcome the king. Hermit will welcome only the villagers. So, but the king want to know the answer. So he take his dress out and he change his clothes to be the villagers because he want to know the answer, you know. So he just moved the armies and stopped near the forest, and he walked in the forest to see the hermit. When he saw the hermit is digging soil, and very thin, because hermit eat only fruits. And when the king saw hermit, oh, it's very thin, very slim. You know slim? Mark? Very slim. And then, oh, the king, the king came to the hermit and helped the hermit to dig the soil. And immediately he asked the question. What? Who is the most important person? Number 2? What is the first thing that I have to do? First thing. Hermit turned his face to the king. He don't know that's the king, but he's a villager. He turned to the king and he smiled. No answer. He just digging the soil until the dark came, and then one young man ran in front of them and fall down and full of blood. That means bleeding everywhere. And then hermit said, oh, why don't you come and help this man? And then they carried the man into the cottage of the hermit, and they tried to help that man until midnight. They were very tired, and both of them fall asleep. So the king cannot get the answer. In the morning, the king came to the hermit again and asked the question. Oh, I stay here overnight, but I cannot get the answer. And hermit turned his face and smiled. You know all the answer. That's the end of the story. You know now? That's Nobel Prize. If in the story tell you everything, that's not Nobel Prize. You know? So, 2 questions. It tells in the story already. There is, who is the most important person?
No one.
No. Yes. What is the first thing that you have to do? Pardon? Oh, you cannot get Nobel Prize. So you have to give to Leo Tolstoy. You have to give Nobel Prize to Leo Tolstoy.
The man who fell was the most important person.
Pardon?
The man who fell. He fell.
The one who is the most important person, the one who is in front of you, the other person is meaningless. Because the man in front of you, you can smile to him, you can talk to him, you can do everything with him in front of you. You see that? That's the first answer. The second one, what is the first thing that I have to do? To help the people, to help to save life. So the other thing, you ask question, he will not answer. But when that man fall down and he got very serious ill, very serious sick from the wound, you see. So help them to save life. To save life, that's number 1 that you have to do first. The other thing you can throw it away, but you save life first. Because if the life gone, and then the other thing will not exist anymore. See that? So why Leo Tolstoy got the Nobel Prize? He never give the answer. You have to get the answer from that story by yourself. So the reader have to get the answer. This maybe you might interpret wrong, so you have to interpret by yourself. I don't know what is the real answer, but this is my answer from the story I observed that. Bruno. Okay? So all this story I would like to bring you to here and now. Don't worry, because your question is worry. When you worry, it means you are not here. Maybe you worry about the past or you worry about the future. What's the thing in front of you that you have to be worried? What? And you smile. That's very good answer. Okay, now, so these 5 hindrances, 5 hindrances. That right accent? 5 hindrances. So you have to face with it. And how to solve if you have that hindrance? About sexual desire, how to solve this problem? If you reach meditation, these 5 hindrances will go away. 5 hindrances will not stay with you when you reach to the meditation stage. You know that? This will disturb you during or in the meantime before you reach the meditation stage. But when you have you reach a meditation state, and 5 hindrances will not disturb you anymore, because your mind stable, peaceful, and nothing can disturb anymore. Yes?
The pain, I think, is very big hindrance. The pain during meditation.
Yeah.
It's hindrance.
Oh, you think
Something is.
Oh, that's in 5 sensual desire also. Yeah, in 5 sensual desire. It's pain, yeah. Pain by, yeah. Yeah. So how to solve?
How to solve it?
Yeah, how to solve? You see that? Number 1, you use yoga mindful that you practice. Number 2, you take the long breath and keep the oxygen to feed yourself in your body. That can help. If you cannot help, you just move. You stand up and you walk for some time and you come back to do your meditation again. Don't do continuing. Don't continue it. If you continue and then you will not success. You see, like you sitting like this and you feel very sleepy. But you try to get overcome the sleepy. Maybe you cannot success. If you feel very sleepy and you cannot solve the problem, you stand up and you walk and you clean your face, or you go to take a bath or some other thing. You see, you have so many ways to solve the problem.
When you calm your mind,
yeah.
the pain is gone.
Pardon?
The pain is gone.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If you concentrate on your mind, then everything gone. Because the pain is in nervous system. But if your mind free from nervous system, that thing just only report. You not pain on on your legs, but it pain here from the brain. The brain, it's pain because report from here. You see?
But from another way, it's a very good thing to concentrate and to focus on.
Perfect. But if you can concentrate, these 5 hindrances will not disturb you. All. You know that? So why we try to concentrate, we try to do our meditation until we reach the stage, and then nothing can disturb you anymore. See? Okay?
One question.
Yes.
2.5, pleasure and illness of mind. Do you mean mental illness like maniac and depression? with this point?
Torpor and
Manya. Happiness without a reason, the opposite of depression.
Mania.
Mania. Is
Oh.
this what you mean? Mania and depression?
My assistant, you want to, or mental illness, right? Is that true? It's right?
The question is, point 5, by this, do you mean mental illness?
Mental illness.
That's what you mean in point 5 or not?
Point-
Or and dullness of mind.
Sloth and torpor, you mean?
Yes.
That's mental illness?
This is the question, yes.
Oh.
No.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No, no. No. Not mental illness. Mental just means nervous system. You know that? When we mention about mental just means nervous system. That this is not nervous system. That come from your mind. Your mind problem. Because your mind still have what? The feeling of sloth and torpor. See that? Okay, I will leave this and then you will clarify afterward. And then now we'll come to the mind. Yesterday that I talked about the feelings. That's one function of mind. So the mind has 4 functions. Yes?
I have one question about yesterday.
Yes.
You said that one aim of meditation is to be free of feelings like I dislike.
Free from all.
Yeah, but I have a
And free from free also.
free of feelings.
No, free from all and then free from free again.
Yes.
Can you get that? That means, I don't know how to use the word. Free, that means you are no ego. That means only natural phenomena is flowing in the, nobody born, nobody die, nobody live. Just only changing by the law of cause and effect. That's free from free. Can you get it?
I have only, my question is
Okay.
only about the meaning of this feeling, to like, to dislike.
Yeah.
It is that I'm free from my reptile brain. Is this the meaning? You understand? Reptile brain?
Brain, that's nervous system. Brain is nervous system again.
Yeah.
Not mind. Brain, not mind. Yeah, brain is nervous system. So there are many functions here. Yeah, on the brain. You know that? The back brain, the front brain, cortex, and so many things. I don't want to talk about that. Because we have to talk about the brain functions. You know that. So you have to study about the brain, especially. Okay? The brain and mind is different. Now I'm talking about mind. So number 1 is feelings. Feelings that I have mentioned yesterday many ways. That feeling run the world. If you are free from feelings, and then you are free from all. But if you free from all, and then you have more free, that means you free from free. There's nothing in the world. Only empty. Why they use only the circle, that means emptiness. Emptiness here just means void. You know this word? V-O-I-D. Void. Empty, but everything, everything is empty. That's void. You see cell, but not real cell. That's void, the meaning. You see the cell, but not real cell. But if you still cling that you are self, you have problem. You want to go? My assistant is going. He is going to leave today.
After lunch.
After lunch, okay. Because you look at the watch. The time is up now. Oh no, 15 minutes more.
I didn't mean
Or you mean some other things, I don't know. Okay. Yes?
Question about just now. I feel that you were going to tell us how to get rid of the 5 hindrances and sexual desires, and then I feel like there was going to be an answer.
About what? 5 sensual desires. You have to do with many things. Like you have pain, you see, how to solve the problem with the pain. If you, what else? That you have problem with sensual desire. You have to solve the problem by that problem that happened at that time. From sensual desire, like, you know, that's like you standing with the heart. You see? In fact, not from physical, it comes from your mind. Your mind not satisfied that. Because satisfy, that's the mind. Want to satisfy, that's the desire. But if you, open your mind and do, okay, I can accept everything. No problem. Sensual desire again. Like, you want to have 3 meals a day, but they serve you only 1 meal. So that's sensual desire also. Because you feel very hungry all the time. You don't want to do meditation. But if you have the will, okay, I will stop eating, I will eat only 1 meal a day. After that I will drink water. You see, just you set your mind. Your mind is the master of all activities. You observe from the practice and you will see. And number 2, about what? Ill will. Ill will, that's, you use what? Loving kindness. To pay your expression about loving kindness. That to help you about ill will. You see, that's why we do every day about loving kindness. That helps you. Your loving kindness to the others. And about the 3rd one. What is the 3rd one?
Worry and
Worry? Worry and restlessness. Yeah? So you have to rest. That's very easy. If you restlessness, that you cannot do your meditation. And worry, that means you have to concentrate on the present. That we were talking about this many times. Okay? You shouldn't worry now. And the 4th one, doubt. That you have to make the thing that you are going to do very clear. That means you have to know that thing with knowledge. You doubt because you don't have knowledge. You see that? Huh? Knowledge, the right knowledge. Like you stay at the middle of a Y-line. You know Y-line? You know Y-line? Y-line like this. You stay here and then you have to go to the right, or to the left, or to the right. You know Y-line? Y letter. You know Y letter? So they call Y-line. That means when you go to the road and then that Y-line like this, this go to the left, they go to the right, but you are in the middle. So if you know, go to the left for what? Go to the right for what? That's no doubt. But if you don't know, that's the doubt. And then your mind not stable, your mind is really worry about where are you going, you don't know. You see, that's the doubt. So you have to solve this problem with knowledge. That we call in Pali, we call vicha. Vicha. You know vicha? Vicha, that's the right knowledge.
So can I say about the sexual desires that I try the different things And then I look always if it's good for me or not. So I'm my best friend and I have to decide what is good for me and what's not good for me. So I have to try. And after that, I look, how do I feel? And then I have to make up my mind if it's good for me or not. So it's different from person to person. About how many food I take, about how many sticks I have, about how many, all these things. So first I have to look.
That's the basic decision. Yeah, you can do that. And you observe if you do that, and can you solve the problem or not?
So there is no answer at all. For every person it's different.
Yeah.
And in every culture it's different.
You have to find a way how to solve. When that thing disturbs you, 5 central design. Okay? Okay, it's clear now?
So it's like in the, we have the food, if we take the food, so we have to solve the problem, not to be hungry anymore, but not to make more problems.
Okay. But, the most important thing is from your decision, from the mind. So, the materials outside, that's only, the follower. The master is the mind.
The main problem sometimes is the discipline. So if I make an experience and make up my mind what's wrong or good for me, after that I have to develop the discipline to do this mistake, not one more.
That's very good word.
Yeah.
About discipline.
Yes, I think it's most important.
That discipline that can help.
More often we know what's good for us or not.
That's very good word. About discipline. Discipline that can help the central design. That's the means to help.
So that's not very popular in our culture. Is it popular? No, it's not popular. No, when I think about my parents or my grandparents, discipline was an important word. But in my generation, discipline.
Oh, really?
I don't need
it.
And now younger people, it's always a lack of discipline. But now I think it's really a loss in my life, the loss of discipline.
I see, understand. But discipline, that's the basic for development. If you don't have discipline, then the other thing cannot stay with you.
I'm hearing a lot of people struggle with discipline because they don't know how.
The people all the world, they really respect Japanese people about the discipline. They chose after tsunami, I still remember that picture. Remember? That they have a small amount of food, but the people, so many people, but they still stay in the line. They don't want to go and take the food. Even they stay at the end of the line, you will not get that food, but you have to stay on the line.
But you have to have confidence that there is somebody who's making the rule and that everybody knows I have to live with the rule. I have to have discipline. If there is nobody who makes
that's the habits also. I think Japanese people, they have their habits already. Habits about the discipline, about the making lies like this everywhere. Even they came to Bangkok. Before they get into the bus, they stand on the line, on the queue, And in the Bangkok, if you do that, you cannot go. You know that? About 1 week, the Japanese a friend of mine in Bangkok, he cannot catch the bus at all. You understand, right? Because in Bangkok, when the bus stops, you have to run. Like in 1974, I was in London, and only 3 people at the bus station. When the bus stopped, because my habit, I run. You see? When I run, and then the guy in London pulled my shirt. You go back. I feel very, embarrassed. It seemed that I came from the deep jungle in only 3 people, and they don't stay on the line, but he knows who come first. That's the cue by come first. You say come first, serve first. You see that? We just stay as normal, but I don't see the cue at all. But he remembered that I came behind him, so you just go back. You see that? I still remember that picture in London. That's the discipline. So I will not do that anymore because I feel very ashamed. Because I am an educated person, and I came to London as the hillside people. You know hillside? You know that much. How do you feel that the people bring you back? Only 3 people, you see. And that's my experience in London. So,
You learn from the experience.
Experience. I really impressed when I saw that picture from your people after tsunami in Japan. Very great.
We learn only because we were forced to do that before we helped out.
Yeah, right. Understand.
5 years old.
That, because of what? Environment and situation that can serve you, and because of that basis, so why Japanese people can develop their country very fast after World War II. You know that? You lost the war and you can come up very fast. That's amazing. You see that because of what? Your culture about samurai and harakiri, you see, that's very serious. You see, when they study in USA at that time, when they want to know about some secret formula, they just eat in the body and then they kill themselves and then they send the body back to Japan and then they operate and then they take that formula that they can, if you learn that, you say, sacrifice, they don't care about their life, they do for their nation. And you see, during the World War II, what happened? One plane, they just ride the plane into the chimney of the airship, and then they explode the airship. They sacrifice their life. And how many people do that? You know that? Oh. And that's, that blood still in Japanese people. Maybe you call what? Kimudo or something like that? Brainwash. Okay. Okay, that's discipline. That can help about the 5 hindrances. Okay, come back to our mind. So mind function, it has 4 functions. 1 is feelings, 2 perception. Number 2, perception or memory. Perception or memory. Perception. You perceive something and you remember. When you saw Daniel, I remember Daniel. He went downtown with me yesterday, you see. That's my perception and memory. That's the duty of mind. And the third one, what?
I have a problem. So in our culture, I'm German, if we talk about discipline, that's the problem of our country. And when we talk about discipline, and the next sentences we talk about war, and we talk about people who left their life for, I don't know what sense. It's always the same problem for my generation and for all the following generations. Because I think discipline can be something to get freedom in a society and not war. That's what I wanted to say. Discipline is nothing negative.
Discipline itself is neutral. It's the way that we use it in negative or positive. Yeah, discipline itself is neutral. All things in the world is neutral. Okay, I will show you. You know bomb, a bomb that explodes something. You know, Mark, bomb?
Yeah.
B-O-M-B? Yeah, a bomb. A bomb is neutral. Its beauty of bomb is explosion. You see that? If not explosion, that's bad bomb. Right? Good bomb has to explode. Right? When this bomb explodes, and then you don't want to what? To damage that thing. That bomb negative. Like this bomb explodes and cut your hand. That's negative for you. See that? And this bomb explodes and kill your enemy. What happened to that bomb? That's positive for you. So bomb that's neutral. Do its duty. It depends on us. We want to say that negative or positive. But in fact, they just do duty. You see that? Like, what? Someone says some bad word to you. Bad word, that's neutral. Not good, not bad. Bad word, only the name of the bad word. You see that? If you can get the benefit from the bad word, that's positive for you. If you cannot get benefit from that bad word, but to make you angry, you get hurt, that means that bad word is negative for you. Why? That bad word positive for you, because that bad word point the weak point of you. When you see, you improve. That's positive for you. You see that? Even the bad word. So all things in the world just neutral. Depend on you. You will use for negative or positive. But I told you, if you are a wise person, nothing, what? Critical for you. Everything is your opportunity. Remember the first day when I arrived, I talked about it. All things, your opportunity. Like I mentioned about the food. It's horrible food. And they said, okay, if you can handle this food, and then anywhere of the world you can live, because all food you can handle. You see that? That's positive. Depend on our wisdom. Okay, I will ask you, all this world, what the thing that's not useful? What? That's not useful, it's bad. You cannot use it. What?
Knowledge without practice.
Pardon?
Knowledge without practice. You're asking what's not useful.
Your knowledge without practice.
Yeah.
If you know that you have the knowledge. You see? And you get it. You are laughing. You know it. So when you know it, you will not do that. That you have that knowledge. Knowledge without practice, that's not good. So you will not do that. If you have knowledge, you have to practice. You have that kind of knowledge. You see that? That's the good for you because you have that kind of knowledge. Can you get it? Mark. So what? You see the garbage, you know garbage. That's the waste thing that you throw away. And now we have big company in Thailand to buy the garbage. You know that? They have franchise all over Thailand now. You know that? Wongwanit. You know Wongwanit? They have a franchise all over Thailand. They buy the garbage. That the people think that's the waste. They throw it away. And now they no need to throw it away. They just store it in the bucket. And then they just bring it to this company. The company pay you. You know that? And then they just use that garbage in many ways. Number one, reuse. Number two, recycle. Number three, repair. You know that? See that? See? And again, I would like to show you. You know para rubber? Para rubber. Para, that means that's a kind of tree. Para rubber. You know rubber? Rubber that you make a tile of your car. You know that? This para rubber. This tree, the wood, very bad quality. When you want to make a fire, it's very bad fire. You know that? So the people will throw it away. If you want to cut down the para trees, you have to pay the money. The people have to cut. You see that? And now today what happened? After they know, if you use this para rubber or para tree, put this para tree in the chemical, and then this para rubber change, and now it look like a teeth. We call white teeth. You know teeth? T-E-A-K. This is a kind of wood that's really, really beautiful. In those days, Thailand used teeth as what? Export product, export goods, number one. And now we don't have, because we cut off, no more. But in Burma still have, and Burma still cutting down the teeth all the time. And in Thailand now we have the white teeth. The white teeth from where? Para rubber. And they use that para rubber to make furniture and send to your country, to America, to Europe. You know that? And you don't know. The wise person from China. Thai people not very clever. You know China? I went to Shanghai. You know Shanghai? I went to Shanghai University. I asked Chancellor, Chancellor, that the president of the university, the Chancellor, what? The top or the cream of the student from the secondary school who take entrance to your university, which faculty does they choose? And you get what I mean? The cream or the very what? Top score of the student in China. Which faculty that they choose? In Thailand, you know what they choose? Medicine, architecture, engineer, isn't that? I don't know in your country. How about in China? You know, Daniel? Which faculty that they choose?
Financial.
Pardon?
Financial.
Not financial. What? Huh? Commercial. Yes. Very close. Financial is a branch of commercial. You know? And then now, what happened? The Chinese people from Peking or from Shanghai came to Thailand. They will not buy furniture from Thailand anymore. How? They bought the para rubber. And then they build factory in Thailand. And then they own the factories. And they will bring the Chinese people from China to work. So Thai people just... So you sell only para rubber. The other thing, you cannot get the money from China. You see? That they use their brain. And they came only one man. They built 4 factories. What happened to Thailand? We just sell only raw material. That's very cheap. You know? But when you change to furniture, that's true. The finished product, that's very expensive. You see? That's the wise person. And now in the world, that's the world of competition. You know that? So, do you know, Mark, where is dollar stay now?
China.
Yes, all the dollar from US stay in China. So Trump will have problem with China now. You know that. These things will have more problem because the humans still selfish. Selfish. That's come of selfish. In commercial, the commercial bit selfish. If you do commercial bit or selfish, the world will get in peace. You will not make too much profit. You know that? Okay, I will stop this. If I criticize, I will talk all day. You know that? Okay. So, number 1 is feeling. Number 2, perception and memory. Number 3, thinking or your thoughts. That's the function of mind. Why? When you do your meditation, you have to think only one thing. Just put your mind on that. You don't think everything. You think about your breathing in and breathing out. Concentrate on that. That's the function of mind. See that? You cannot see the mind, but you can see the function. The last one is consciousness. Consciousness. Like knowledge or wisdom, that's in consciousness. Function. That's the mind.
You can repeat this: feeling, memory,
Feeling, perception or memory, thinking or thoughts. And the last one is consciousness. Consciousness. You see that? That's the mind. So you have to see all the function in you. And what? The law of cause and effect in you also. If you have good feeling, you will get the good result. If you have bad feeling, you will get the bad result in you, not outside. Everything in you. If you know this, from now for life, you will not feeling bad to anyone. You understand that, Daniel? If you feeling,
but to keep it, it's need to meditate.
yeah,
It's need to practice.
yeah. If you feeling bad to someone, that means you have problem. You see, that's the function. So this function you can observe. You have to see from your mind, from the feeling that happened in your mind. Everything in your mind you have to see it by yourself. See from the mind, not see from the brain. See, when your mind see what?
You said if you have good feeling, you will have good results, yes?
Yeah.
But before you told us to get rid of feeling.
You don't mix it up. You don't mix it up. This I show what? I show the law of cause and effect. You see, if you have good feeling and you have the good result, good and good. You see, that's the law of cause and effect. You don't mix it up. If you free from feeling, that's the best. Okay? If you mix it up, then we can talk all day. Never end. Yes?
Can you think with your brain and also with your mind?
Oh no.
Is that a difference?
Oh.
Do you think?
Thinking is from the mind, not from the brain.
So what does the brain?
The brain function is to control nervous system only.
And the brain doesn't have an influence about thinking?
Why? If your mind very weak, your mind is ignorant, your mind will slave or will serve the brain. You see that? But if your mind very wise, your mind free, your mind will not serve the brain. But your mind will watch the brain. Like you cut your finger. Like what? Your tongue tastes the taste of sugar. And then your mind make decision. Don't follow your brain at all. You see that? Pardon?
Yes, I totally get it.
Uh-huh.
So then I'm asking, how do you make it that the mind will control the brain and not the opposite?
Not opposite. Sometimes work together. But the mind, that's the final decision. What are you going to do? You don't believe the brain, but you use the brain. You have to believe your mind. You see that? You know the perception from the brain. Perception.
When I'm thinking, how do I know which one is which?
The first thing that you touch, what kind of contact? Ignorant contact or the right wisdom contact? If the right wisdom contact, that means you use your mind. If you use ignorant contact, that you use your brain. Because brain will go follow the instinct, the basic living of living being. You can see from there. So, understand that? Okay. So, here is what the shortcut. The point that you can see from instinct and the wisdom. Wisdom comes from the mind, but instinct comes from nervous system. Nervous system have to serve the basic instinct.
So if someone is beating me, and my reflection, my normal system wants to beat him back, then I need my mind to think about not good to beat him now. You mean this? Difference of brain and mind?
No. When that person beat you,
yes,
and you have mindfulness or not?
I have not.
If you don't have mindfulness, that means
my brain.
If you don't have mindfulness, that your brain working.
Okay, and my brain.
And your brain and your ignorance.
I beat.
Yes, will beat him back, okay. And then you will fight each other, and then you will die both. Nobody left.
So if I take my mind for a decision, I would think about it.
Yeah. You have to see how to make decision, how to solve the problem. If you solve the problem, but you create more problems, you will not do that. So when you solve the problem, there are many ways to solve. So you choose the best way. When you solve the problem, that's the problem end. But if you solve the problem, one problem, and you create 3 problems, you will not do that anymore. That the world has more problems because you solve one problem, but you create 10 problems. Like you got sick, you go to the hospital, and then the doctor, give you pills or operate you. After operate, you have more problems from the pills and from your operation. You know that?
Is that to say that you don't have
Pardon?
to get pills or get operated if you have a disease? If you have a disease, if I have, for example, one disease, is that to say you have to understand?
We have to make decision when you go to the hospital, go to see the doctor. You see that? You have to think. Because there are many ways to solve the problem. They have alternatives medicine, you know that? They have alternatives cure. Yeah.
This just makes me think of
the time is over. Yes.
There's a dilemma where there's a train that's out of control and you can't stop it. And there's a person lying across the tracks, and you have the power to derail the train, and you kill 100 people, or you let the train go and kill one person. So, even through your mindfulness, no matter what you do, even inaction, you're essentially killing someone.
The question is,
so how would
you do with your selfish or you do with your free mind? If you do with your selfish, that you have done wrong. Selfish, that means you do for yourself.
In this case, you don't do for yourself.
You
don't know the person who is the race. You don't know the person is the people around the train. And it's not a question of selfishness, of egoism, because you don't know both of them.
But if you don't know, that means you make decision with ignorance because you don't know. So when you make decision, you have to make decision from information. If you don't have information, that means you make decisions with ignorance. That's your problem. So if you don't have right knowledge, no need to make decision. But if you have the duty, you have to find the right knowledge to make decision. That's your duty. You see that? So the right knowledge, that means when you make decision, that problem will be solved. That the right knowledge can solve the problem. If you cannot solve the problem, that means you don't have the right knowledge. So the right knowledge, that's very easy definition. Okay, the time is over, so we will talk about it again. Today I would like to tell you about the mind function. And then we will explain more about the mind. Each function, that's very important. So, and then you have to observe yourself about the function of your mind. Don't believe your nervous system, but you use your nervous system as the basic perception. And then you use your right wisdom from your mind, make your decision. How much to do, how much to make it. See that? If you believe your nervous system, you will have problems. Like you eat in the morning. If you believe your nervous system, you will eat a lot. And you will believe your taste. The taste just only what? The means. That nature gives the taste. You know, when you go to the hospital, the people give the food by proof, you know. You don't know the taste at all. But your body, it doesn't need taste. Taste only the means. That if don't have good taste, you don't want to eat because very hard work. You have to chew, you have to digest, you have to take the waste out. You know? The whole process is very hard. But you feel good when you chew, when that food really, your tongue feels pleasant. You see that's the way that nature gives you. For what? For survival. I ask you one question before I leave. When you see the tiger, are you afraid of the tiger or what are you afraid of? You afraid of the tiger or you afraid of something?
You are afraid of life.
Yes, you afraid of the death. You fear of death. You're not fear of tiger. You see that? If the tiger don't kill you, the tiger is afraid of you. You're never afraid of the tiger. You see that? Right? But some tigers are afraid of you. You can see at the Kanchanaburi, that tiger and monk, you know, you see the picture? That they just like a friend. See? So people are afraid of the death. Why you eat? You are afraid of the death again. So if you eat because of afraid of the death, that means you still run your life with instincts. But if you eat because your duty, you have to eat, because life have to eat food, and then you use your right wisdom in the time. But if you eat because what? You afraid of the death. That means you run your life with instincts. And you will do more than animal because you have what? Big brain. And you will create more problems. You will create more selfish than any kind of animal in the world. And you cannot make peace in the world. That I told the people, if no human in the world, what happened to the world? The world will get in peace immediately. The world have problem because of human. You know that? A human who run their life with instinct plus intellect. But animals, they run their lives only instinct only. But human plus, big brain. I never see elephant fly in the air. But human can fly, you see that. Okay, thank you very much this morning. Be happy enjoy my good friends. Anyway, we cannot go away from good friends. We will be good friends forever. Okay? Do your best. I really appreciate all of you that you very work hard. Yes?
Can we get the records? Your records.
Oh yes.
Yep, somewhere.
For me, or not very long, that my friend in Bangkok, they are going to put this in YouTube. Not very long. The first one group here, that's a friend of mine from Russia. He helped me to put all lectures in YouTube. You can go into YouTube. About 1 year ago. His name is Maihan. He is a fruitarian. He eats only fruit. Fruitarian. And he helped me to put my lecture in YouTube. And now, last night, a friend of mine who have made YouTube when I lecture at the mainland, that I lecture in Thai, and he really appreciate, and then he put in YouTube. And now he share to all people in the world so they can listen. And now here you can have it. If you want to get directly from me, you can have. If you have line, I can send to you all line, because I can send. But with messengers, I cannot send, because messengers really limit. If I want to send, I have to separate, I have to split, and I don't know how to make it. That's too more complicated for me.
USB?
Yeah.
USB.
USB.
If I give it to you.
Or you have flashlight? I can give you. Yeah. I can make that. You just give it to me, but don't give virus to me also. Okay.
Yeah, you send me the link of YouTube, like we now. The link of the YouTube.
Oh yeah. This, you like it? My lecture? I record all. As in teeth. So many now. I have about 400 clips. 400 clips. Okay, Anjali.